Hi ladies, so I want to talk to you about meal prepping today. Meal prepping is a really important aspect of this program, of these programs, because when you meal prep and you make all your meals ahead of time, or at least make a plan for your meals for an entire week at a time, it keeps you on track. So, what we're going to talk about is how to come up with a plan and then how to execute that, really. So, what I like to do for thinking about next week for my foods is I choose about two to three meals, and I make it for my entire family. So my boyfriend eats all the same foods, and then my toddler basically eats the same foods as we do. Um, so I usually will do like these are just off the top of my head. Let's say like a turkey meat sauce pasta. We'll do salads with chicken, and how about chili? These are going to be the meals we kind of rotate throughout the week for our lunches and dinners. And I will at least double the recipe, sometimes triple, because I'm making it for everybody. And then I do pretty much everything on Sunday. And then I also will prep my breakfast. I like to make it's either like a yogurt parfait is a great idea that you can make ahead of time. I recently have been doing like a scrambled egg with some potatoes and a lot of vegetables. And egg cups are great too. It's where you basically bake them in muffin tins. I, for some reason, am loving the scrambled eggs better. The texture's a little better when you reheat it. And I make a huge plate of it and then divvy it up, and that's my breakfast all week. Same for my lunches and dinners. I make a huge pan or pot of it or whatever it is, divvy it up, and then we just have containers for each of the meals that we grab as we go. And then my snacks are always the same. I have Shakeology for a snack, and then I have fruit as well. And for my fruit, I cut it all up and bag it, and it's good for the week. Sometimes I have to cut some fruit midweek, because it isn't the best sitting there for 5-6 days. But first thing is to make a plan. So I want you to basically have like a little calendar and think about what you would like to have for breakfasts. It's okay if everyone's going to be a little different. Let me first say that. Some people do not like to make all of their food ahead of time. Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom and you enjoy cooking each night. That is totally okay. But you still can make a plan, and you can still buy everything this weekend. And you can even still prep majority of your stuff. So want everyone to make a plan. I will post mine later of all the meals that you're going to have. Then you will make a grocery list of everything you'll need for those meals. Don't put anything else on that grocery list. Of course, maybe your son needs some fishies. Fine, but don't add anything else for you. You don't need anything else because you have created a plan. Each day you should be looking at and going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 greens. That's what I should be having every day. I've checked all those boxes off. Oh, here's 2 of my yellow containers, my carbs. Check that off. That's how you kind of decide how you're going to do it. Make sure each day has all of those boxes checked off. It's going to take some time to get used to it. I know this may sound overwhelming right now, but it will be so much easier the next week, and eventually it'll just be like second nature to you. Most of my dishes that I make, always, like for lunches and dinners, always have a protein, a vegetable, a carb, and then the rest of my meals fill in all those other blanks. So really, sometimes you have to double up on those, but that's the basic way of doing it. And if you are someone that would like to cook throughout the week, that's fine. But on Thursday, if you're going to be having pot roast, and you're going to start it Thursday morning or whatever, What I would do is I would cut all of your vegetables that you might be, for me, I add carrots and onions and celery and stuff on top of my pot roast. And I will cut all of those, put them in a bag, put it in the fridge, and then Thursday morning I stick that pot roast in the crock pot, add the seasoning, dump all those vegetables in, and I'm done. So I prepped everything to have a fresh meal that day. So if you're planning on cooking throughout the week, please have a plan and do as much prepping ahead of time. Why? Because when you have food prepped, for me, I don't want to waste food, so I'm going to eat that food I have sitting in the refrigerator. It also eliminates the possibility of running out and doing fast food or cheating because you already have your meals prepped. You kind of don't have an excuse, right? It really is essential to being successful in this whole journey. I've tried the whole wing it thing and it doesn't normally work. You end up not eating enough foods or you're eating the wrong foods. So it's really important to make this plan, stick to it, and get everything prepped. So I'd like you guys all down below here in the comments to post a picture of your plan. It can be really simple. If you do it on your phone, do a screenshot, that's fine as well. But what are you going to be having each day so that you can stick to it when you do your grocery shopping? All right? If you have any questions as well, feel free to comment below and we can talk it out as well. Bye!